oh my gosh, look. It's a perfect, beautiful eyebrow. I didn't have to worry about where I was drawing outlines. It just worked great. Good morning. I am back with a review of another brow product. As you can see, I have done my makeup for the day and my eyebrows are blank because I just have very fine, light eyebrows, and so it's always kind of a pain point for me. I'm always looking for like the next best thing that's gonna make doing my eyebrows really quick and easy. I always keep going back to the same pencil. So I had previously reviewed the Mad Love eyebrow stamper, and if you haven't seen that video, I'll put a link up to it. But that is a little it comes with little eyebrow shaped stencils, and then there's a little kind of stamper in a self-filling stamp pad that uses eyebrow powder to, you know, fill in your eyebrows kind of in one move. I've actually also tried another brand of eyebrow product, which I haven't even done a video of yet because the stencils for that one were just horrible. But I saw in somebody else's vlog, they mentioned this product, the Brow Trio. And they said that they had found this on an Instagram ad. So this wasn't one that was personally advertised to me through Instagram, but the person I found it through got it through Instagram. So I don't really know a ton about the background of this company because I just purchased it off of this person's recommendation. So I'm also not 100% sure what the trio refers to because it's really just one product with an applicator and a stencil. But when you get the Brow Trio set, it comes in this kind of silicone rubber case. And then what you get is a pack of eyebrow shaped stencils. You get, it's not a powder, it's actually like a pomade, an eyebrow pomade. And then there is the applicator, which it comes in this little tube, but it is a spoolie brush on one end and kind of a spongy stamper on the other end. So the key difference to me between this and the other eyebrow like stamper stencil based kits that I've tried is that this came with about 12 different stencils. The other ones that I've tried had like 3 or 4 and they were just not the right size and shape for my eyebrows and my face. This one I was really excited to see because they had like small, medium, and large sizes with different arch varieties between them, and so I actually found right away, I think my size is the low arch small, so you probably can't really see it because it's clear, but it's just a stencil. You can see that there's a place, it shows you kind of where to like line it up with your eyebrow, and you'll also see that it's filthy. I will say I have washed the stencil, I've washed the stamper brush, everything with soap. I have scrubbed them. This pomade stuff just doesn't come off well. So I'll talk about that at the end if we're talking about like pros and cons. But first I just wanted to demonstrate the product for you. So it's the same kind of process as the Mad Love stamper, or if you've seen any other kind of eyebrow stamper products. But the difference that I really like with this one is that the pomade is in a separate little container. So first of all, that means you can just buy more pomade part when you need it and you don't have to rebuy like a whole kit over. But also with the Mad Love stamper, it's a you know what, I should just go get it, hang on. Okay, so the Mad Love stamper is kind of all in one unit. So there's the, you know, sponge applicator, the powder color is in here, and so when you take it out of here, it's already loaded up with the color. The problem is if you need to reapply, you have to screw this whole thing back together and then unscrew it, and if you're trying to hold a stencil up in front of your eye, that's a lot to be doing with your hands. So what I really like about this combination is you can reapply, you know, mid application and still be holding the stencil with one hand and be dabbling your sponge with the other hand. So I was able to get like a much better coverage because I was, you know, I did need to reapply a couple of times kind of midway through stenciling the eyebrow. Now I'll also say another thing that I kind of didn't like about the Mad Love, sorry to keep doing comparisons, but this just brushed off immediately upon applying it. When I got the Brow Trio, I kind of just tested it out like on the back of my hand first, and I was able to wipe it off right away, and I was like, oh, this isn't gonna go well. But actually it stays on my brows really well. It is a different format. It's a pomade rather than a powder, and like I said, I mean, it doesn't really wash off of stuff very easily. Another thing that I have been doing is when I put my eyebrow primer on my eyelids, I'll just kind of extend it up and do it on my brows as well, so that might help a little bit. And then, you know, I always use like a setting spray. I was doing that with the other brands too, so maybe a combination of all those things together maybe helps it have a little bit better lasting power. It definitely, you can like smudge it off if you really put effort into like rubbing it with your hands, but it doesn't just brush away instantly. Okay, and my final note, the color that I chose for the pomade is taupe. I am usually reliably taupe. If there's ever a taupe option for brow products, that's the one that I go with. I did take their survey online and it put me in more of a blonde category, but this is really the color for me. However, when I received it, you know, I open it up and you can see like in the area that hasn't been touched yet, the color is very light. And I was kind of worried that I had picked too light of a color. But once I actually applied it, you know, with the sponge and really dug into it, it is darker than it looks in the jar. So just a note about that. For me at least, taupe was the right color, but they do have a survey on their website if you want a recommendation. All right, so with no further ado, I'm gonna get to applying this. Now I will say, however, the first couple times I used this, I was amazed. It went on perfectly right away. I loved it. I wore it to work. I've worn it out. It's great. Then the next couple times I did it, I don't know, I just couldn't get the stencil lined up right. It just wasn't going on right. So you know, I'm doing this live. I can't 100% guarantee how it's going to turn out, but let's hope that this is a good application for me to demonstrate for you. So first, well, I guess the first thing you would do is hold up all the stencils to your face and figure out which one fits you. Like I said, the low arch small seems to really be a good fit actually for both of my eyebrows. And I always kind of say my brows are kind of different shapes. I was really surprised actually that one stencil really does seem to fit it in both directions, and you can use the same stencil for both. You just wipe it off and then flip it around and put it on the other side. But yeah, so the real trick is you just have to get it lined up right. So I'm gonna use the little spoolie brush first and kind of brush my non-existent brow hairs into place. And then I will be holding up the stencil. So I try to just align it, you know, with where the majority of my eyebrow hair is. And I know there's probably an actual technique to how you're supposed to hold it, but I think just whatever works for you is probably good. And then I just kind of dabble the sponge into the pomade, and then just, you know, with a up and down, you know, straight up and down motion, pat it onto the stencil. So, you know, just like stenciling paint, you just don't want to be like brushing it back and forth because it would get under the edges. So you just want to kind of stamp it up and down. And you might have seen I did just go back for another reapplication. And oh my gosh, look, it's a perfect, beautiful eyebrow. I didn't have to worry about where I was drawing outlines. It just worked great. Okay, I'm really happy with this one. Now let's hope that the other side goes just as nicely. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I am just gonna wipe off the stencil. And again, I'll say this stuff really doesn't come off that well, but you don't wanna have, you know, the existing crud smushing into the other side of your face when you flip it over. So that's why you do need to kind of wipe it off. And then I will brush my other eyebrow up into place, and then align the stencil with this side, so fingers crossed I can get just as nice of an alignment. And now I will dauble on the pomade. And again, there's probably some way that you're actually supposed to do this, like start from the middle or start from one end or the other. I don't know, I just kind of go for it. It's all gonna get covered. Oh boy, okay, so I had just a little bit that went outside the lines and I had just a couple hairs that didn't stay in their place. But what do you think? Wow, I think that turned out really nice. I'm so impressed. What do you guys think? So again, I've been using this for, I don't know, I mean, I would say this is maybe like a week's worth of uses. I've definitely made a little dent in this jar, you know, and it probably doesn't go, like, it's not as deep as you think it is. This whole bottom section of the jar is clear, so I don't know for sure. I think this says half a gram, or like 0.175 ounces. It's a very small amount. Not that you're using a ton every time, but I don't know how long that little jar is gonna last. This little sponge, impossible to clean. Like I said, I've cleaned it with soap and water and it's still, you know, remains totally stained brown. So I don't know how long that's gonna last. This thing, like I said, the Stencil, you know, you can kind of wipe it clean, but I've, again, cleaned it with soap and water. Maybe I should try cleaning it with makeup remover, actually. But the stuff is just very sticky. Like, it got down, as I was cleaning it, it got all over the handle of the brush, and it just became like this sticky brown mess. So it's, you know, I'm trying my best to keep these things clean and prolong them, but the material is just kind of sticky. But overall, you know, again, if you have good alignment, I think they turn out great. They're very easy to use. You know, if you mess up, wipe it off and start over. Like I said, it's lasted all day. It lasted me through a very long days. So again, that was with the combination of eyeshadow primer and setting spray, which I'm actually gonna apply right now. But, you know, I am really happy with this kit. Just as far as pricing, the kit itself was $38. To just get a new pomade is $16. And then they also have a number of other different brow products like gels and pens and pencils and different things. When I ordered mine, I received a pack of makeup wipes for free. I don't really use makeup wipes, but this was a free gift. And then as I was checking out, you know, they kept offering different things. So actually there was one other product that I had been kind of interested in. So I also, during checkout, they offer you like, do you want to add this at a discount? So they got me. So I tried the Brow Swipe pen. It's just like a very fine tipped pen that's supposed to give you, you know, like the individual brow hair look. I've never really had a lot of good luck with brow pens, and I would say, you know, maybe I just don't know the technique, but, you know, I tried this out and it's just like not the look that I like, but, you know, I was able to try it at a little bit of a discount. So I guess if there's anything else that you're interested in trying, you know, wait and add it to your shopping cart later, you know, see if they offer you a discount. But yeah, I'll see if I can get any kind of discount code or anything. If I can, I'll put that in the link below. But otherwise, hopefully you found this helpful, because I haven't really seen a ton of information out about this particular brand. Again, if you want to watch my review of the Mad Love eyebrow stamp, which was advertised to me on Instagram, you can check that out, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye!